Sorry about that. The battery died on the previous video. I don't have any sort of video editing software, and I can't figure out how to combine videos on YouTube, so I'm just going to do this as a part 2. I think I was talking right before the video died about Charlotte Simmons' description of her classmates. So she keeps talking over and over again about how young they look. I think I was reading a quote from the book right as the battery died, but there are a lot of quotes like that throughout the book where we're in Charlotte's head and she's kind of looking at various classmates and she thinks, they look just like babies, they look so young. And I thought, I don't know, this is my experience. When you get older and you look at university freshmen, you think, they're 18? They look just like babies. But you don't think that when you're 18. Like when you're young, when you're 18 and you're looking at other 18-year-olds, you think they just look normal. I had the same criticism of Norwegian Wood, which is another kind of book about college life that's written by an older author looking back. I thought the best description of kind of how young people view each other comes from a separate piece, author John Knowles. And I don't have a copy in front of me, so I'm quoting from memory here. But he says something to the effect of, when you're 17, 17 is the natural, right, and perfect age for a person to be. All the other ages are arranged in a pyramid, either leading up to 17 or leading down from it. And I thought, yeah, that's true. When you are that age, you just think it's natural to be that age, and you think that your classmates just kind of look natural. It's not until you get older that you start thinking, boy, those 18-year-olds just look like babies. So yeah, that's another part of the book I had trouble buying. To go back to part of the book that I did identify with, I thought I identified with Charlotte's struggles as an insecure freshman. In fact, I thought some of that was kind of reliving my own kind of first few days as a college freshman. You're insecure, you want to make friends. It seems like when you're on the college campus, everyone around you has lots of friends and is out kind of having a good time, but you feel like you're on the outside looking in. That part of the book I strongly identified with. Final notes. The politics of the book. Tom Wolfe is, I think, is self-identified as a social conservative. I thought the politics of the book were fairly neutral. He did make fun of kind of the pompous liberal professors who are kind of still stuck in the 1960s, that was kind of Tom Wolfe's stereotype of them. But the conservative frat boys come off just as bad, if not worse. So it evens out, I guess. Yeah, there's one last issue, and this is, I'm almost nervous to get into this. There's a scene when Charlotte Simmons loses her virginity to a frat boy, only to find out later he doesn't care about her at all. And I thought it was heartbreaking. I mean, maybe a little bit cliche, like the same scene has been played out in other books and media. Yeah. I guess where this gets tricky is the idea. So yeah, I immediately after reading this book, I was kind of the opinion that, you know, this is something that young girls need to guard themselves against. There's all sorts of guys who just want to have sex with them and will lie to them and tell them they care about them and don't care about them at all. And if you're, you know, an 18-year-old girl, you need to be careful about this. that was my original opinion, kind of after having read this book and kind of maybe my opinion on kind of life in general. I've since had some kind of people react against that and tell me that that was a view of sex which kind of portrayed women as inherently victims of sex instead of kind of like active participants. And so that's kind of made me think, I don't know. I don't know. It's always dangerous for a man to try and get into these debates or try and kind of imagine what women want or don't want out of sex. So I'm just going to leave it. I mean, I guess I didn't leave it because I brought it up, but I'm just going to leave it there and say I don't really know. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. Sorry. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say. Sorry about splitting this over into 2 videos. I'll stop it here.